Now here are some traditional qualities of Indians. See, socio-cultural background is very essential to understand a community. So depending on where you are coming from, you embrace new cultures, new lifestyles, new anything. But this structure on which the new thing is being amalgamated matters. So Indian sociologists, especially Uma Sehgal, calls them allocentric. They are group-centered. This is completely opposite of idiocentric, in which individualism is praised. So here you see a big dichotomy in an Indian mind, coming from an allocentric culture, striving in an idiocentric world. Do you see? These are two juxtaposed ideologies, and that's what they're dealing with. Now, males are valued more than females. It's a patriarchal culture. And by the way, most societies are patriarchal. You like it or not? Societies, especially families, are patriarchal. It's the male head. Men are the heads of the household, and the next in hierarchy are the women. Well, Indian women are very crafty and skillful. So even though they're next in command, they can make the man yield if they want. It's about your craft, and that's true for all wives. It's not just Indian women. If man is the head, then women are the neck. So you can make him turn, provided you have the art of making him turn. I stop here. Now, by and large, there is an expectation from the children in terms of obedience. So no matter how old you are, if your dad calls you by name, you respond him very respectfully. Women slowly rise up, and an Indian mother-in-law is the most powerful position you would like to have. Oh, so once she gets to that, her husband yields to her, all her sons, daughters-in-law, everybody listens to her because it's her world. So women, when they're young, maybe they are second in command or have no voice. That's why I say Indian women are very crafty. She knows where she has to get, ultimately, to that mother-in-law powerful status. So please do not consider Indian women too docile who cannot stand up for themselves. But their way of standing up is completely different, along the cultural lines, so that it's more acceptable. I call Indian culture a gerontocratic culture, where old people are respected more than young. Now, if you look at American society, younger people are valued more. Youth is valued more. So are Americans disrespectful to their old citizens? No. The society is so fast, the pace of life is so fast that you cannot rely on the past generation's experiences for more than certain time. If you have 4 kids going to high school in 4 different decades, the first one cannot guide the second one because, oh, it has been 5 years, 7 years. I don't know, high school is completely changed. Life is so fast. Old people cannot offer advice beyond a certain time period. Expiry date of your advice is very short. Whereas in India, life used to be. My description of India is 18 years old, right? So I'm still connected, but most of the time I tell you the stories when I was growing up. So it was very slow, and having lived that long as a senior old person, people look up to you for advice. And by then, you get financially strong, maybe have the best earnings of your life. So you are a strong person in terms of advice financially and experience. This is completely different from fast-moving Western societies, and America can be one, because all advices get extinct, cannot be used. So old people cannot run the show. Now, There is a high level of dependency in an Indian family. Now, what is this dependency? Dad relies on mom. Mom relies on dad. The two of them would rely on children, and the children are expected to rely on parents as long as they can enjoy. The parents can enjoy. So if you raise children here, one of the predominant complaints of parents is children get independent too soon. So it's like I am role-less. They enjoy that involvement in each other's lives. It's very common if two people, husband and wife, enter the home same time, she puts her purse down and is looking for what to do next to fix the dinner. Well, he'll drag his feet after her, but first he'll check the email and then check the mail and then find something to keep him off while she is fixing the dinner. And she doesn't mind that. Part of it is Indian women have kept their husbands that dependent sometimes because she enjoys doing something for him and he enjoys getting that done from him. And if she's not there, I'm sure he can cook and feed himself. But if she is there, it's like my second capital after my department is my kitchen. So I want you there, but I don't want you messing around. So we intentionally have kept them out. But that's not true. Younger people are different. Now, emphasis on obligation and shame. This is looked upon as an internal control mechanism to drive behaviors. Obligation, I owe to my family. I owe to my parents. I owe to my husband, to my children. And that makes me think about myself after the obligation. So everybody comes first and then me. And how do I get cared? Well, in their own way, everybody comes first, including me, and then themselves. So the rule is, you don't think about me, somebody else would think about you while you care for themselves. So it's like a reciprocity of taking care, and that reciprocity builds stronger ties. So one of the key secrets of strong Indian families is this connection.